So meet and separate can be used to create shapes. So you use meet and separate when doing circles, triangles, squares, or anything else. I'm gonna first decide where I want my square to be. Now I know that I have 8 ends per inch, and I'm doing 2 inches on this weaving. So if I want my square to be in the middle and I want it to be pretty wide, I could do 8 across in the center, and then I could do 4 on each side. I'm just going to show you a simple way of doing it. So we'll have a red square on this side, black square on this side. So when I start with my red, which is going to be on the left side, I start with a pigtail like before, and we know that this is 2 inches, so I want to go to the center. The center is going to be 8 warp threads because we're doing 8 warps per inch on my version. So I'm doing a pigtail. I go over, under, that's 4, over, under, 6, over, under. So we're at the center. Pull that through, do a bubble. And because we're only going halfway across, this is where we're gonna go back. This is just like plain weaving before. We're just only doing halfway. So now going right to left, I'm in the open shed. So I can take my weft through there. That's one pass of that square. I went left to right, then right to left over 8 warp threads. You can see I have 2, 4, 6, 8 on that side, so we are in a good spot. So we want to start the black square on this one warp over because we've already covered it with that red. So I'm going to take my end, and because I'm going right to left, I'm going to stick the end between the warp that I want to go over and one to the left because we want to wrap it around that. So I'm starting out between those two, going around the one I want to cover, under, over, under, over, under, and then I'm going to go over that last one. Weaving right to left with the black first. When I started the red, I was weaving left to right. So that's the first half pass. And then when I weave the rest of this, I'm in the open shed. I want to cover, see how this isn't covered with that red yet? That's the ending, that covering that is ending that first half pass. So then when I go back, I'm in the open shed. Create your bubble, pack it down. You end on opposite ends. And the reason for this is because if I didn't, you'll see it more with triangles, but if you want to go over one, I'm already in the same shed. So if I wanted to go over more here, it's easy to do so. If I started it on the same side, there would be it'd be wonky because it would end differently with the black. So let's make this a little higher on each side. Let's do 3 passes. Going left to right with the red, then right to left. And with the black, I'm going right to left. Then I'm going left to right, and you want to make sure you're ending on this one, so you want to make sure that that covers it. Going back to the red, going left to right. I'm going to go right to left, covering the evens with the red. I'm actually going to do a few more passes just so you can see an actual square. You can do a full square on one side. You don't have to do them both at the same time. I'm just showing you this so it's easy to see. With black, it's hard to see how many passes you've done, so if you are using black, it might be helpful to do it this way. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think I'm just gonna keep it to a rectangle. So let's say I wanna end here, but I'm gonna continue with the red as my background. You may have guessed this already. I'm gonna pigtail it and just pigtail the end through those last two, but below what I'm leaving, like so. So now I can continue with the red. So let's just do 2 passes of the red. Because I did the meet and separate and I ended on the right side with the black, that I'm now in the same shed.